All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto the Most High, His only begotten Son, call Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Radash. All right, double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, root and teach well, Wabaraka Thumb, unto the hopeful elect. All right, today through the Spirit, I want to go into a video entitled Babylon and These People Being Visited, right? All right, Babylon and the people being visited. You see, and we're in the daughter of Babylon right now, alluding to America. Okay, and what's happening to America is the Most High is taking away all the benefits, and Esau is breaking a lot of his covenants that he made with the majority of the people on earth, right? So there was various covenants that was made, people, the Constitution, we have all these rights and all this stuff. Then you even had government benefits and welfare. Esau took the men out of the households of a lot of Israelite, mainly the Southern Kingdom, a lot of the fathers out of the house, and they gave women benefits. Okay, you have 911, you have SNAP, welfare to pay your rent, Section 8, all these things of that sort. But then we just recently had a government shutdown, right, which has still been shut down. You see, and a lot of people are not getting paid right now. I know people that are in the military that are working with government and they're not getting paid, right? And they ain't signing for it, nothing no time soon yet. So people are being visited and getting judged right now. You see? And it's only going to get worse. The scriptures speak about how they shall seek peace and there shall not be any. And that's alluding to Ezekiel when the Lord was judging the southern kingdom. They were going into the Babylonian captivity, right? They were getting jacked up because the Lord told them to go into captivity, and they was trying to go to Egypt. They was trying to do everything except for what the Lord said and accept that punishment. So the Lord jacked up the southern kingdom real bad under the Babylonian Empire. You see, but now we're in the same time period where people going to want to have peace, but it's not going to be none, right? And you see the little thumbnail right here. You see this, a big, as Apostle Rakal would say, a big Shirley, right? It shows her like she running stealing, right? Which a lot of them were stealing before this even happened. You see? But these benefits that Esau has had them be set up with, that wine they was all drunk with, it's starting to fail. It's starting to wear off. They're starting to see that, oh, it's tripping. Somebody might have too much yayin. They had too much strong drink. Right? You had too much strong drink, and then you just end up acting a goddamn fool. And now you sobered up now. Well, people are starting to catch that sobering because they was over there relying on Esau, Edom, trusting in their enemy. You see, became enemies with the men of their household, right? They was living all in whoredom and gluttonous, greedy, and now it's starting to backfire. You see, because let's go here. This news article. It says what? October 30th, 2025, right? It says SNAP runs out of money November 1st. Here's what that means for your state. Let's read some of this. The federal government shutdown continues without an end in sight, right? In just a few days, tens of millions of people are at risk of losing federal food and nutrition benefits as a result. Hella people finna lose this bullshit, right? It says this includes nearly the 42 million people who rely, right, on SNAP, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, previously known as food stamps. It says the Trump administration has warned that the debit-like EBT cards will not be refilled and that the program will run out of money on November 1st. You see, and people are going to result to living like beasts. All right, and what do I mean by living like beasts? It means lawless. That means stealing. That means committing crimes. That means doing all types of things. Basically, their morale is going to drop and decline because of this, man. All right, it says SNAP, the country's largest anti-hunger program, dates back to the Great Depression and has never been disrupted this way. Most recipients are seniors, families with kids, and people with disabilities. Judgment is here, man. It was all fun and games, right? And that's all I'm going to get on that. That's enough. It was all fun and games, but now the judgment is happening, man. People are getting visited by judgment. All right. Now I want to get some precepts on that. I want to start here. This is 2 Ezra chapter 16, And then I'm going to jump down right here. All right, verse 19, it says, behold, famine and plague and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for an amendment, right? Which the Lord has in the beginning stages of tribulation. You have ICE coming after northern and southern kingdom, people getting jacked up. People are losing their job to AI, so on and so forth. That's tribulation at a small scale, right? Stuff is getting more expensive out here. What does it say? Verse 20, it says, but for all these things, they shall not turn away from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges, right? People ain't really considering. You see? With verse 20, though, it says, but for all these things, they shall not turn away from their wickedness, nor be mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap on earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. All right, that's what we see happening now. We're in the beginning stages of that famine, scarcity of food. Most motherfuckers don't work. You see, a lot of motherfuckers, they rely on straight government to take care of them. Section 8, getting disability checks because they say they slow, they can't do nothing. You see, all types of benefits is going on, but they not actually in that spirit of actually serving. You see, actually working. And bringing something to the society they live in. They just taking away. So, but basically, what the Lord's doing is he having Trump basically be like, "Oh, y'all are liabilities." You see, which at the same time, it's hypocritical because you'll see him talk all this shit and do all that, but y'all sending hella money to these Fruit Loop groups and all these other countries and the little hats, and they doing just fine over there, man. But you got a lot of people in your country that's actually struggling, that's actually in jacked up situations. You see? So really it's a hypocrisy at the end of the day. But we understand that this is the Edomite kingdom. This is the white man's rulership. So he really is not white, he's red. This is the Edomite rulership. So they're gonna win in this society. You see? It's rigged for him to win in this society. That's why the Most High is gonna come and destroy this place, because Most High, their rulership is at its end. But the point I want to go into is victuals so good, cheap. People think they just living good. They had their food stamps. Some of them was working and had the food stamps, got child support. A lot of these benefits are being shut down, man. Okay, and it's gonna lead to a lot of mass judgment. Because I want to go here too. This is Matthew chapter 24. Because this is what's getting ready to happen. This is Matthew 24:12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Right? And when you go into that word wax cold, it's going to like being psycho, going crazy. People finna result to those demons that's in their head. Those demons that he mess with them. Like, what if I just steal this? What if I just come and just rob this person, or do this and do that, loot this store? What if I just take it? I ain't got it no more. They ain't giving us no more snap. So people are going to result to that nature. And the Esau is doing this on purpose because he wants to shut everything down. He already got ICE out here. He gonna do that martial law and send that military. And then then what we could see, which I'm speaking as a man, we could see them use a lot of these things that we see happening, like we just recently had a couple of years ago, the C-19. They can use that. This war, they can have some this war is ramping up. You have other countries clicking up together, like Venezuela trying to get help from Russia on America, just come over there being a bully. You see? So we could see them have a sleeper cell out here to make something happen. And we got people that are from these other countries that are want to attack America. They can use that. They can use the C-19 and these plagues. You see, they can use this migration situation, all these things to say that, yeah, we need to put a C-hip inside of y'all. We need to put the Revelation 13 and 16 in y'all. And that's how we'll be able to fix all these problems. Right? So however the Most High wants it to happen, it's going to happen. But we know that these things that are happening right now are forms that he can use to say, okay, yeah, we need the chip to fix all this stuff. Right? But the point of the matter is that, hey, you people are being visited by judgment, man. And it's going to lead to y'all acting like people from there go to that lawless nature. Because I want to go here as well. This is 2 Ezra 15 and Starting verse 16 says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and in the course of their actions shall stand in their power." People ain't gonna give a fuck no more. Right? It says, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able," because Esau is gonna shut it down. You see, and this is a strategic move by Esau, shutting the government down, because it's gonna lead to people being jacked up, and people are gonna start rousing up. Right? And Esau that's how he likes to do it. He likes to deceive people and put people in a situation where he's justified in whatever he does. For example, he might provoke somebody, and when they attack him, now he calls the cops and gets you locked up. Things like that. That's how Esau does, man. All right, he wants to get you get you caught up so he can accuse your ass, man. All right, this is verse 18. It says, "For because of their pride, their cities shall be troubled, and their houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." And this is the point. "And a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation." People ain't finna be able to eat. A lot of people are losing their jobs. People ain't getting paid from this government shutdown. Right? And this precept comes to mind as well, because we see a lot of these Isaiah 30s is happening, man. Let's go here. Isaiah 32 in verse 9. It says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech," which you can liken that into Babylon the Great. But what do these people follow? They follow Babylon. They follow the great whore. Right? And the great whore was living real good. But now nations are wanting to attack. America, they're losing their allies. You see? The economy's all jacked up. People aren't trusting in America no more. It says, "Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, and a gathering shall not come." People are losing their jobs. People are getting laid off from the AI. SNAP benefits is going away. Right? It says, verse 11, it says, "Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip ye and make ye bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins." Like, coming in a state of mourning. And that's what you're seeing a lot of people. They're mourning because they're getting jacked the hell up. They ain't getting paid enough. I even seen a video recently a brother put up where a woman was saying that she thought she was going to be living good and is rich as hell after college, and now she's just in debt. She's working a job where they tell her when to eat, tell her when to do this. It's like you're in the curses, woman. That's what we're under, the curses. And until Howard Shah come and deliver us out of here, you're going to have to get your ass up and go to work. You're going to have to pay Esau. You're going to come to your enemy and pay this nigga for everything. Right? You're going to have to be in captivity until Yahweh Shah returns and delivers us. He's that salvation. You see? But these people, they don't understand that. You see, and another thing too, let's go right here. "Woe unto you that trust in Egypt." You see? Check this out. Let's get this one. This is Isaiah 30 and 1 and 2. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children, said Yahweh Bashem Shah, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin." That's what they do. They trust in this world, the ways of this world, Christianity, the image of this beast, right? And then they'll make fun of the men of the Lord, and they'll basically denounce, like, "I ain't that, I ain't no Israelite, I ain't this, I ain't that." They'll denounce their true heritage. You see it, and go into these other ways, these wicked ass ways. I'm black culture, black consciousness, and all this, trying to build on this side, right? Which is rebellion, because the Lord said he's going to destroy this kingdom. Now, do we then just live and be lazy and I ain't doing shit, Lord finna come back? No, you still make the most money you can. You do the best you can in this society and move forward. But just know that you're going to eventually have to walk away from it. It's not the end all be all. Yahweh Shah is going to return and destroy this place. So you got to understand that. This is verse 2. It says, "That walk to go down to Egypt and have not asked at my mouth." You see, and that's what people do. That's what Israelites were doing back in this time. You see? Yeah, Southern Kingdom trying to get help from Egypt. It was all shit. You can go fuck with the Egyptians. You see? Right before the Assyrian Empire, like, the Assyrians didn't end up taking Southern Kingdom over, but the Babylonians would later. You see, but you had Jake that was in that spirit of trying to go. And even the Northern Kingdom was doing the same thing. They wanted to go try and get help from Egypt. But now we're in that spiritual Egypt, which is America, which has that great military might. They have that political and influence. Everybody is very influential. They're likened to how Nineveh, Assyria was. Back in ancient times, people wanted to be like that, like Nineveh, Assyria. It was all glitz and glamour, had a great military. So they tried to go, oh shit, let's go to Egypt for help. What does it say though? Isaiah 30:2. It says that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked in my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and the trust in the shadow of Egypt. And that's what people are doing right now. They trust in the shadow of Egypt and it's going to fail them. Right? It says, verse 3, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and in the trust of the shadow of Egypt, your confusion. Because they're going to get jacked up. It's going to fail you. You see? You trusted in all this government assistance and, oh yeah, I trusted in my enemy. Well, what's that going to get you, man? You finna get bit by that serpent. That poison you're already been bitten. The poison and the side effects starting to come now. You see? The result, the effects of you getting bit by that serpent are starting to show. This is Sirach knows Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, and I'm going to start at verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemies. Who is our enemies? These heathen nations. Mainly, number one, the Edomites. You see, that's why you read Psalms 83, which I'll get it real quick just for edification's sake. Psalms 83 names all the enemies of Israelites. Enemies of the seed of Jacob, man. This is Psalms 83. And I'm going to start at verse 2. It says, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, like a big noise. They make a noise, making a scene. It says, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and against thy hidden ones, right? All the Israelites. Verse 4, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. You see, and they've done this in many past times. You had the Hamitic nations trying to do that, Canaan. You see, you've had the ancient Greek Empire trying to do it, ancient Romans, so on and so forth. These heathen has done this, man. Verse 5, it says, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against all the heathens, man. That's why you have Obadiah 1. The day of the Lord is against all the heathen. It says the tabernacle of Edom, then the Ishmaelites and the Moab and the Hagarenes, right? Who did it say first? Edom. You see, then it say Ishmael, right? Of Moab and Hagarenes and Gabal and Ammon, Amalek, and the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. You see, it says Asher is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah, right? So they want to see your downfall. You see? But our people are trusting in the enemy. That's going to lead to them getting judged like we see right now. Getting your ass tossed out of America, getting put into an EMA camp. You Northern Kingdom. You Southern Kingdom, y'all getting jacked up too. They taking away your benefits. They finna send the military on your ass, man. Because Jay going to go crazy when these benefits go and they can't eat. And then now they going to send the military on you. Then they finna try and we getting ready to see them put that C-hip inside of people. Esau is finna show his horns on you, man. The devil, the deceiver. And y'all ain't gonna be able to do shit about it because we was getting warned, but you didn't take heed to the warning. It's gonna be too late. Sirach knows Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy. We just run to the enemies of the Israelites. For like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Iron, it gets rusty over time. So his wickedness gets worse over time. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away. He's still wicked. He's still the same devil that broke the covenants with the Northern Native American Indians. You see? The Native American Removal Acts, right? Trail of Tears, justifying him killing all the Northern Kingdom for him to be able to take over the land. You Southern Kingdom getting your ass tossed in ships and brought to America, man. You Southern Kingdom having Black Wall Street in different times where you were in prosperity and he coming and destroying it, man. You see? Benefiting off all their years of free labor. This is the same guy still in rulership right now. Trying to say, oh, I got black friends, or, you know, I love all people. And shut the fuck up, nigga. Just be the devil that you are. This is a Sirach knows Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 12. It says, set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand at thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. You see? Because he is trying to take our seat. He want to say, see, We put a sea hip inside of the Israelites. We got them in all this wickedness, doing all this bullshit. See, Lord, they're not really your people. But no, that's not how it's going to work, because the Lord has an elect that will not bow down the knee. He has a chosen remnant of his people, of the Israelites scattered amongst four corners of the earth, who are going to be in the spirit of serving the Lord and be in the spirit of faith and belief. And they're not going to bend the knee. They're going to overcome this world. This verse 13, it says, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh a wild beast? That means if you get your ass bit, ain't nobody going to feel sorry for you. That's why we have precepts like Proverbs 1. We're going to laugh when y'all getting judged by Esau when shit's going wrong, because who tried to warn you? Through the Spirit. The Lord tried to warn you through us, through our apostles, our elders, the men before them. But y'all wanted to do videos. Y'all wanted to keep it in that mirthful spirit of, oh yeah, America's the best country ever and all this. Well, it's finna fail you. And we're seeing that failure in a low stage, in these beginning stages right now, man. That's the point I wanted to go into, man. Babylon, I'm going to name this video, Babylon Being Visited, man. But anyways, Lord willing, this lesson edified. I'd like to end it off by saying, call hello, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Radash, Demarns, unto the apostle elders, great millstone, root and teach well. So next time, come, Shalom.